Welcome to Activity 4, Scenario Video Challenge, Bringing Nonverbal Lessons to Life. Over the last 3 activities, you've explored how nonverbal behavior differs from one culture to another. You've researched, role-played, decoded gestures, and now it's time to put it all into motion. This final challenge asks you to step into the shoes of both hospitality staff and international guests, and create realistic, short video scenes that reflect the silent challenges and breakthroughs of cross-cultural interaction. You'll work in teams of 3 to 5 students. Your task is to create a series of 3 short scenes, each based on a different cultural communication style from the Lewis model. 1 linear active guest interaction, Germany, UK, Switzerland. 1 multi-active guest interaction, Brazil, Italy, Egypt. 1 reactive guest interaction, Japan, Korea, China. Each scene must include 3 critical elements, demonstrating what can go wrong and what can go right. A misinterpreted gesture. Include a moment where a staff member uses a culturally inappropriate gesture, perhaps something common in their own culture, but awkward or offensive to the guest. Examples: giving a thumbs up to a Turkish guest who reacts with discomfort, using the OK sign with a Brazilian guest who subtly pulls back, pointing at a Japanese guest to give directions instead of gesturing with an open palm. A personal space misstep. Include a moment where the staff member stands too close or too far from the guest based on mismatched cultural expectations. Examples: a guest from a reactive culture seems uncomfortable when the staff member leans in to explain something. A multi-active guest from Argentina keeps moving closer in conversation while the staff backs away awkwardly. A linear active guest prefers structured space, but the staff touches their shoulder to seem friendly. A moment of cultural adaptation. Conclude each scene with a clear, positive shift. The staff member recognizes a cue, reflects, and adjusts their behavior, leading to a better connection. Examples: after noticing the guest flinches when touched, the staff member switches to formal posture and verbal cues. The staff realizes that animated gestures are overwhelming and begins to use calm hand placement. The staff drops their usual casual tone and adopts a slower, more respectful cadence, matching the guest's communication style. Each scene should be 1 to 2 minutes long. You may use smartphones, live performance, digital slideshows, or even basic animation tools if available. Use props, backgrounds, or uniforms to simulate a hospitality setting, front desk, restaurant, tour kiosk, etc. Focus on realistic acting and believable dialogue. Even a simple glance or pause can convey meaning. Each team will present their 3 scenes to the class. Then, during a short post-presentation discussion, answer the following. What cultural differences did you try to highlight? What went wrong in the interaction, and why? How did the staff adjust their approach? What was the impact on guest satisfaction or comfort? What would you do differently next time? After all teams have presented, we'll hold a final class reflection session. As a group, we'll consider which scenes felt the most authentic and why. What were the most common misunderstandings across cultures? Which behaviors were most effective at creating trust and ease? What real-world lessons can you take with you into the workplace? This is more than a creative task. This is a realistic rehearsal for the global world you'll be working in, because nonverbal communication isn't optional, it's constant. Whether or not you intend to send a message, you are always communicating something. With cultural awareness, you can move from accidental confusion to intentional connection, from missteps to mastery. So watch, listen, adjust, adapt, because the best hospitality doesn't always speak, but it always understands.